Indigestion. Are we suffering a little bit today after Thanksgiving yesterday? Thought I'd do a little video on indigestion. Probably a day too late, right? But anyway, natural, because maybe, you know, people, gosh, they take those Tums, those antacids like crazy. So let's talk about some natural solutions, most of which you're going to have heard of, but you might not know why they're good. So let's start with, well, what is indigestion? Gas, bloating, discomfort, to the point for some people of stomach cramps and severe abdominal pain. Peppermint candies, peppermint tea. It is antispasmodic. It is good for nausea and for stomach aches. Do not use peppermint. Yes, you can have a peppermint tea after a meal, but do not use peppermint for indigestion that's caused by acid reflux, and don't use peppermint if you have GERD or ulcers. All right. Number 2, chamomile tea, a popular tea for anxiety, soothing effects, and it is very good actually for stomach pain. It does this by reducing, it's good for indigestion because it reduces stomach acid. Indigestion can be, you know, you might have too much acid, too little acid. So chamomile tea is good at reducing stomach acid. It's also like an anti-inflammatory. Do not use chamomile if you're on blood thinners, all right? It has in it a type of anticoagulant, so nick that if you're on blood thinners. Apple cider vinegar, oh my gosh, the OG, right? So this is if you've got too little stomach acid going on, and apple cider vinegar can actually increase your body's production of stomach acid. Now, like I said, this video is probably a little bit too late because if you want to, I'll just get rid of that coal. If you know you're going to be getting indigestion, if you know you're going to be overeating and eating too much, if you take some apple cider vinegar 30 minutes before a meal, it works like a charm at stopping indigestion happening in the first place. Maybe remember that one for Christmas. What have we got? Peppermint, chamomile, apple cider vinegar, ginger, my favorite. Oh my gosh, I love ginger, right? Ginger reduces stomach acid. But don't take ginger teas, ginger lozenges, whatever, but tap them out at about no more than 3 to 4 grams of ginger per day. Not that you're going to get to that, right? Fennel seed, right? If you want to put a little bit of effort into this, you can get like the fennel seed and like crush it and then boil it for 10 minutes. It's really good for cramping and bloating. You'd lose like half a teaspoon of crushed fennel seed and you boil it and then you drink it. The best one. I feel this works. I mean, it just works for everything, right? What is the one thing in your pantry that you can use for just about any ailment? Baking soda. It quickly neutralizes stomach acid to reduce gas and bloating. How much you take? Like half a teaspoon in 4 ounces of water. But you know, if you feel that doesn't work, you've got to wait 2 hours. You know, I think that they say don't do more than 7 doses, like a half teaspoon in a day. But if you do take it and you want to try it again, wait 2 hours before you do it again. So that's my favorite, baking soda. It is just the cure-all for just about everything, right? Why not just take the Tums? Tums are a problem, and I know a lot of people get really super addicted to taking Tums all the time. Tums contain calcium, all right? Calcium carbonate. And too much calcium, gosh, I did a whole video on calcium, right? So scroll back. It's probably quite a ways back there. I talked about it. But too much calcium, when calcium gets stuck, heart palpitations, high blood pressure, constipation, headaches, increased thirst, and increased urination. It is not good. Well, for one, calcium carbonate is the cheapest form of calcium. It's not necessarily the best. Calcium citrate is better absorbed. But Tums, when you're doing those over and over again, yeah, you might feel like it helps your heartburn, but it's leading to a whole host of other problems. So quick recap. Peppermint tea, if you like it, not if you have acid reflux. Chamomile tea, not if you're on blood thinners. Apple cider vinegar is really great, especially if you do it before the meal. Ginger, I just love it. Fennel seed, never tried it, but especially if you get cramping, because it's antispasmodic. And the OG baking soda, half a teaspoon in 4 ounces of water, but don't overdo it, and stop taking those Tums.